best way I can describe a virtual community is through examples. Facebook is one of the most popular social networking websites around. Who here does not have a Facebook? I'm sure little to no people raise their hands. Facebook is a virtual community because of the online social interaction you can have with people all over the earth. World of Warcraft is one of the most popular MMORPGs around, with more than 11 million monthly subscribers. In World of Warcraft, you can make a character and join the game and be whoever you want to be. One example of the thousands of websites you can go to for online social interaction is 4chan.org. I'm sure many of you know of the popular website. Anyone can go onto 4chan and post whatever they want for the other 9 million unique visitors to see. To me, the pros of virtual communities are far more obvious than the cons. Through virtual communities, I have become friends with people that I would never have a chance to meet in real life. Through online games and social networking websites, I have met people who I consider to be better friends than people I have met during my time at ASU so far, even though I've never met them in person. For example, more than a year ago I started talking to strangers on Omegle.com, which is a website that sets you up in a conversation with a random stranger anywhere in the world, and at any point you can leave one conversation and start another. Anyways, I randomly got put into a conversation with this girl from the Philippines who I'm now friends with on Facebook and MSN Messenger, and I can talk to her about things I normally would choose to not talk about with people I know in real life. The reason I feel I can do this is because online there is nothing to hold you back from saying what you really want to in an engaging, deep, and thought-filled conversation with people that are real, just through a virtual community. 4chan's founder supports his virtual community and anonymity by saying,
the conversation is raw, it's unfiltered, so you're getting very truthful conversation. You judge somebody by the content of what they're saying and not their username, not their registration date. With identity, the discussion is mostly revolving around who is saying what and not what they're saying.
Adam Briggle says in the Computer Ethics book that communications with friends in an offline context is usually through oral exchanges, which are not always sincere, and that it's often too shallow and hasty to promote deep bonds. He says, friendships in a purely virtual context can lead to deeper bonds and greater depth in friendships. So as I said earlier, to me, the benefits of virtual communities are far more obvious than the disadvantages. The book gives the argument that through virtual communities you lose or never will have gained the ability for real person-to-person interaction, which no matter what you do with your life, you will need that skill set. Unless, of course, you live in your parents' basement your entire life. But my opinion is that my online friends and social interactions are just as meaningful as real-life ones. But of course there is a dark side to virtual communities. Because you're not seeing a person face-to-face when you interact with someone online, who says to say they are who they say they are? I could go on the internet and create a false identity saying I'm whoever I want to be, even though it's not true. The book gives an example of a 49-year-old mother who made a fake MySpace saying that she was a 16-year-old boy who was homeschooled near the area of a 13-year-old girl who was a former friend of her daughter. Using the fake identity, she befriended her daughter's ex-friend by complimenting her and hinting that this made-up boy was romantically interested in her. The compliments turned into insults, and in the end, the mother sank the girl's already low self-esteem even lower, and the 13-year-old girl killed herself. This could be considered an example of trolling. Trolling can be best described as
trolling families and friends in mourning targeted after a tragedy. NBC's Jeff Rosson's here with the disturbing details on this. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, Matt, good morning. You wonder how mean people can be? Here's their answer. These internet trolls stop at nothing to cause pain, even terrorizing grieving families. In fact, when a beautiful 17-year-old girl died recently, the internet trolls got busy harassing the people who loved her. It's called trolling. Internet trolls post outrageous comments on message boards, trolling for reaction.
Trolling is definitely a dark side of the net, and it's becoming more widespread because with the more forums there are available for people to post these things anonymously, the more brazen people are becoming.
These people are just trying to provoke a reaction, and they're trying to harass people.
Trolls are probably the only real enemy of most virtual communities who want to believe you are who you say you are. Trolls are hated because it's difficult to prove that you aren't the person you say you are, especially on websites that allow you to remain anonymous. It's hard to find a politician who doesn't have a Facebook or MySpace page that they use to get their points across and try to connect to our generation. Politicians are using virtual communities to break down the barrier between them and the hard-to-reach demographic. I don't think it will be a surprise that Barack Obama had much more support on the internet than all the other candidates in the 2008 election. You can follow almost all politicians, like Barack Obama, on Twitter now to read what they currently have to say. The internet is now the focus of campaigners, marketers, activists, and anyone trying to claim their piece of the virtual pie. Activists have made it as easy as a click from your mouse to support their cause. For example, you can go onto Facebook and support the Haiti earthquake survivors by just searching for their cause and donating. The virtual community has evolved a lot, from the birth of the internet to online forums, to chat rooms, to online games, to social networking websites. The virtual community has hopefully changed the way we view communities.